Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Vance out of Seattle, Washington, along with Victor here out of Australia. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about Forex trading, and each day when we do analysis, we also talk about my price logic approach to reading price, which you'll find is the most accurate way to read charts. Just keep watching the show. I actually want to just talk really briefly about meeting with me here. If you go to forexartofwar.com, I'm just looking at that page. You know what? I need to share my screen. There we go. This is forexartofwar.com, my homepage, probably where some of you are watching the show. I'm still doing this meeting with people for free. So if you're a new Forex trader or you've got some skills, you've been trading for a while, you can actually click and register there. I'll meet with you, and even if you have no interest in training, I'll tell you what you need to do in order to reach your goal of consistent profit. So while you're waiting to speak to me, you'll also get my book, Seize the High Ground, which everybody loves and which hasn't been available to the public. So again, just look for my little picture there, free consultation. All right, so let's get right to the charts here this morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about the euro. Euro is very simple. The central banks are basically loving the euro in this range or in this range. And we talked last week about when it got near the top of this range, it was probably going to push back, which it did. It did make it a nice second push, but the pushback was pretty hard right there. So until the euro gets above 136.41, it's not looking that great. Since the moving average is just so low down here, if you get enough room to get in and out of the trade before it hits that top, there could be a trade there. And seeing that, let me just take a quick look at that. Okay, so we had a move coming off here. That looks like it corresponds to some high impact data around 4 a.m. Let's see if it gave us an opportunity. Oh, interesting. 33 pips of movement. So actually there was an opportunity that just set up right there, it looks like, Victor.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was looking at a different. I was really focused on the GU, but looking at the EU now as it's slowly moving up. It's moving in the right direction, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely a second push is on for sure.
Yeah, it's bullish this morning. It's interesting that this move actually. Let me just take another look at this pullback. No, the room. It's there. There's room there. So some of
Yeah.
our traders have been looking at a trade right in this area. Okay, great. Before we go to that pound, let's take a quick look at the. I'm going to wait on the pound just because Victor's going to be talking about his trade a little bit. I see we've got a downtrend. Sorry, I apologize, guys. My charts are kind of messy there this morning. Um, and also, I apologize for my lighting in my office. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do something about that today.
Gonna
He's
be a
got,
green going on there.
it's like springtime for Victor, and I'm in a wine bar or something.
Yeah, the ambiance is looking pretty funky there.
Thanks, Victor.
No worries.
All right, so we got 30-minute trend down. Let's take a quick look at that 5 and see what's set up here. So what you want to do, you want to learn my new wave Fibonacci technique that's available for free, but you want to know how to see when a wave matters, and this is one that matters here. And you can see if you know where to start it, you see it pull back 38.2 and push again. So that's done, and then I can see a little chop here and a small move here, not even that big, and then a push. So there's nothing there. In terms of the future, you need for this move right now below 93.93 to stretch out. Let's take a quick look at the Kiwi. This is the New Zealand USD. We can see that there's a key level here of contention right there. Very easy to define. It's probably 87.02. So you'd probably look at 8,700, but we would need for price to stretch out here. Okay, so with a range big enough to enter and exit with good risk management. All right, so now let's talk about the pound. The pound is probably the preferred currency for both myself and Victor. And what we've been looking at, of course, is that long-term trend. If I pop out to the monthly here, this is that long-term trend. Actually, let's change that to weekly. This is our trend here. This is our major trend going up here. So we're really looking at the first long-term trend in 5 years. So that's one of our main sentiments. It's long-term bullish. And so as we come back to intraday, you can see price moves up, takes another stab at it, does a deep correction, makes another move, and then starts to drop. And you're looking at just slightly lower lows here and slightly and distinctly lower highs. That was pointing towards a technical push down. But the most important thing is that as price turns over here and we come through this 17,000 level right here, which I've got marked at 169.97, we're looking for a range big enough to enter and exit with good risk management. Now, what I told the level 4 traders this morning, which is very important, and this takes a little experience. Now, you can get your method working really well and still not anticipate what I'm about to tell you. But for the level 4, giving those guys a little bit more of an edge, you need to understand that this is long-term bullish. And then we've got a technical move to the downside. So if we were looking to hold a long position, a buy, we would want a setup returning to the top side probably. There are definitely ways to take a long-term position right now with bigger stops, but the preferred way would be wait for the move to turn around and go up. On this particular sell, let's drop to the 5-minute. One more thing. If you were looking to sell here against this long-term sentiment, you definitely don't want to hold positions. You want to look to get a good price and get out very quickly. Also, when you've got a strong level right here, you've got a bullish sentiment, and you've got a move, and let's drop down to the 5, a move that was created essentially by the bank-related data. Remember, the banks want this to go down. The market wants it to go up. So the banks are going to tend to push it down. So you've got some contention there. You see this big bounce off of here. We knew based upon the sentiment that we're reading. Again, this is advanced stuff. You don't even need to know what I'm telling you to make consistent profit. What this is about is making more profit. And so we knew there's going to likely to be pushback here. So in this particular context, if you have that experience to read it, you want to get a little better price so you can get out a little sooner. And I think that's exactly what Victor did. Victor, on this particular trade, I think when you talk, it's going to bounce over to you, but that's okay. Talk a little bit about this particular trade and what you saw.
Yeah, Vance, I'm not sure if the camera's on me or not, but I'm looking at your chart anyway. So that's exactly what you explained there. While I was looking at the 30-minute chart, and I had that exact same key level on there, I knew that high impact data was coming out, and I was just watching to see what it'd do. So I just let it all play out. The banks showed their hand, and they pushed price down very, very strongly. For me, it was quite an easy trade in that my sentiment is still long on the pound, and looking at that resistance there, it's going to go back up to around about the 50% mark of the fib that I drew on there on the 5-minute chart. I put my entry in just under the 170 level at actually 169.99. So I whacked in an entry there which corresponded with the 50%. My stop was just under the 76.4. Normally I like it a little bit above the 76.4, but this one, that barrier was so obvious that I was pretty confident that I'd get quite a nice reward to risk on there. And also I've been watching the pound recently. Anything to the downside, I want to be out before the 23.6 of my fib is hit. And so I took profit at 169.88. So it was just a quick in and out trade. I think I was in the trade for about 15-20 minutes, and that suits me just fine.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for that, Victor. And Victor's basically saying that, thanks. Basically saying he had his stop right up here near 76.4. He did get a good price right here, just below this 17,000 barrier, and got out just about 23.6. And one of the comments he said is given the context to the downside where we're long-term bullish. he wanted to get out a little bit earlier, and that requires a better price. And so, well played, well played.
Thanks, man.
Just perfectly done. Let's see if we got anything else. Well, let's talk about what we might be looking for if you're not in this trade right now. Backing up to the 30-minute chart, I like where these 30-minute candles resolve each 30-minute period. Just look for price to stretch out below here if it does. Again, we're looking for a price at some point to move back to the top side, but everybody seems happy to see this move down a little bit this morning. And that brings up an important point. Trade what you see, not what you imagine. And what we see this morning is some movement down. Anything to add, Victor?
No, that's perfect. I mean, even though we hold a bias, a sentiment towards the long side for the various reasons that we've talked about last week and the week before that, the beauty of what I've been taught by you, Vance, is just when I'm trading the 30-minute chart is to trade exactly what I see. And, you know, I see quite a lot of opportunities now that I'm in level 4 that I certainly didn't see when I was in level 1, 2, or 3. And that's kudos to your training program, mate. Thanks.
Thank you for that, Victor. All right, let me see if we can pop back to my my mood lighting here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will work on this today, guys. So I don't know. I feel like I'd have it's 5 o'clock in the morning here, but I feel like I'd have a glass of wine in my hand, looking at my screen.
I actually prefer your thing. It's probably come on. I've got the sun shining in my room. I'm actually getting sunburn on my head. So.
At what time is it there, Victor?
It is now just gone 10:45 in the evening.
Okay, so it's 5 in the morning where I'm at. 10 in the evening at night where Victor's at. 10 at night with that much sun, really.
It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Okay, so one last time I want to show you guys, if you want, I mean, take advantage of this, guys. Meet with me for free. This is like having your own personal trainer meet with you for 45 minutes. Just go to forexartofwar.com, sign up for a free consultation. I'll find out your experience, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do, even if you want to do it on your own. I enjoy going for a walk and talking to people. That's how I get my exercise, to be honest with you. So let me see, clicking back. So that's it for now. We've got our live trading room coming up for our trading team coming up in about 45 minutes. So I'll see you guys then, and thanks everyone. Hope you liked the show this morning. Thanks, Victor.
All right, thank you.